What's going on, everybody? It's Charles. Today is Autocross Day with our good friend Paul. And what we're gonna do today is we're gonna see if a stock Golf R is faster than a modified MK8 GTI. Paul, I think before we, you're modified, we gotta know what you got. Pop the hood.
Pop the hood. So mods on this car, pretty simple. Under the hood, all we have is a JB4, which is piggyback control module to give us more power under the hood. Lowering springs. This is a DCC car just like this, so that's at least compatible, but I do have springs. And the last mod, which is huge amounts of horsepower, the rear muffler from a Club Sport, which just makes noise and doesn't add any power. Oh yeah, I have a short shifter, which gives me an advantage over him too. So there's that.
Let's do a little direct comparison of horsepower numbers between the Golf R and the GTI. Volkswagen rates the Golf R at 315 horsepower and 280 pound-feet of torque. They rate the GTI at 241 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. When we dynoed the Golf R, we put down 293 horsepower and 271 pound-feet of torque. This gives the Golf R a plus 74 horsepower and a plus 22 pound-feet of torque advantage, as rated from Volkswagen. Now, we don't have GTI dyno numbers yet, but JB4 claims a 65 horsepower and 65 pound-foot of torque increase on a 93 octane file.
Okay, so here's the plan. There's a group running right now. Paul and I are both gonna run in run group 2 in our respective cars. Then for run group 3, we're gonna switch so we each get a couple of runs in each other's cars. We'll see how our times do. I actually think it's not gonna be close at all, and especially because it's cold. It's like 39 degrees or something ridiculous like that, and it's wet.
This would have been a little closer if it was dry. I think I'd still lose, but I think because of the conditions, it makes it probably 10 times worse.
So here's the question. Who's gonna be faster, Paul or myself? And which car is gonna be faster, mine or Paul's? And then we'll rank it up, and whoever wins get the prize of unspeakable value. 2. Efficient use of numbers. Also a fellow. We also got to get our car with everything turned off and in race mode. Luckily, I have the button that goes into race mode. I'm also going to be running, at least initially, with my traction control just in sport mode. I'll probably turn it off for future runs. Now we're ready to race.
Just like Charles, I'm gonna set this car up for track. I don't have a race mode like he does, so what I'm gonna do is start by going into mode, and then I'm gonna go into sport mode. And then instead of turning my ESC off, I'm just gonna put that in sport as well. If it was dry, I'd probably turn it off, but because it's raining out, I'd like to have some intervention to keep me from spinning the car around. This actually means I've graduated. I've graduated from less than novice. I've had my instruction. I've graduated. I give myself a graduation. I believe it's possible. We might need someone to buff this out.
Okay, so we both did our 4 runs, me in my car, Paul in his car. I have to tell you, this car is fast. As of my 3rd run, I had the 2nd fastest time of everyone so far today, which will change throughout the day. A testament to all-wheel drive in crap conditions. Overall, the car is impressive. Now, Paulie D here is going to jump in.
My fastest time on this car And to be fair, I've only had one actual run where I did all out, 49.5.
That's really good.
So I was pretty happy with that. What's your best run on this?
My best time was 46 something, but I hit a cone on that run.
Okay, well,
I think my best clean run was 47.7.
Okay.
It was fast AF.
Fast AF.
Okay, let's see where both cars finished at. With me driving my Golf R, my best time of the day was 45.925 seconds. My best time in the GTI, 46.351 seconds. Meaning that I was only 1.478 seconds faster in the Golf R. Now with Paul's time, it tells a really interesting story of the difference between the R and the GTI. Paul's fastest clean run, which means he didn't hit any cones in the Golf R, 47.445 seconds. His fastest clean run in the GTI, 55.660 seconds. That's a difference of 8.215 seconds in time between the R and the GTI. What that means to me is that someone less experienced can actually drive the Golf R considerably faster than the GTI. Now, for context, we were actually both really slow. The fastest raw time of the day was 42.797 seconds in, you're never going to believe it, 2004 Mazda Speed Miata.
Well, we wrapped it up. We finished the day. 8 runs each, which is very awesome for an autocross event. Paul, give us a shakedown.
First of all, it was a blast. My first autocross event. This car did awesome. That car did awesome. The times, to me, were a lot more surprising.
Which do you think was more fun to drive?
Oh, for sure, the Golf R. I don't think it's not even close, hands down. The diff makes a huge difference in this thing. The ability to get sideways and recover without it being scary.
Yeah,
you know,
crazy.
whatever.
Driving the GTI, that's my first front wheel drive car I've ever autocrossed. I was surprised at how fast I was able to drive that. I thought the times would be way different. And the R is incredible. I've driven plenty of other generations of this car. This is far and away the best driving, handling car that I've driven. But the GTI was super good. And the winner of the fastest R versus modified.
That is him. He clearly is a much better driver than me. He got better times in both the GTI and in the R.
I wish the weather was better so we could have pushed him harder.
Yes.
But ultimately, it was such a great test to have the two cars and be able to drive them back to back, flip them, drive them back to back. It was awesome. Here's my takeaway. There are no losers with these two cars because that was super duper fun. Paul's gonna get warm. With that, we're out. Have an awesome day, and we'll hit some cones again next time.